Good day, all. I'm Daniel Claremont. I'm the Acadian therapist. I hope that you're doing well. This week, I'm going to be doing a guided grounding technique. It's a specific one called dropping anchor. Now, those that have been following the channel for a while might remember I did talk about this before. In fact, it was in my very first episode, which you can find here. And if you check that out, you will find a demonstration where I practice this technique and I give a bit of background as to the point of it, where it comes from, as well as putting myself in a bit of an uncomfortable situation. So check it out. It's the very first video on my channel. Frankly, I'm not a fan of the audio of it, but if you want to check that out to get a bit more of the history and the science behind it, you'll also get a bit more of some local scenery there. However, one thing that, as I revisit it, one thing that I found is missing is it's not a good guided activity. So I wanted to do just a bit of a shorter video to just guide how to do this technique. I find that this works very well with the Tiny Habits model. So if you want to check out that video as well, that will give a little bit more insight into how you can integrate this kind of practice into kind of a daily grounding, yes, but also a practice of noticing what's coming up for you. I also really want to highlight the fact that this is not meant as a relaxation strategy. Now, people do find it relaxing sometimes. They might find it a bit distracting. That's not the point of it. The point of it is to get more insight into what you're going through, a little bit of context, and it can help reduce the intensity of really intense emotional reactions. So as I mentioned, check out episode 1 if you like, and you can get a little bit more depth into it. But for the time being, if you just want to skip to this point in the future, I'll put the time code for this below so you can skip to just the guided activity part. So to start, push your feet into the ground. So if you're standing or sitting, you can push your feet in the ground. If you're sitting, if you're lying down, whatever surface you're on, notice the pressure of your body on the bed or of your butt on the chair, whatever it is. Notice the pressure and allow yourself to be curious. Notice it as though for the first time, as if you have never noticed this kind of thing before. So notice the pressure in the bottom of your feet. Notice the weight of your body on whatever surface that you're on. Just notice it. And now notice your breathing. Don't try to change your breathing. Just notice where you're breathing. Maybe it's shallow, maybe you're breathing through your nose or your mouth. Just notice that you're breathing. If you can, notice the feeling of the cool air entering your nose or your mouth. Just notice that feeling. Be curious about it. Notice what other sensations are showing up in your body. Notice if there's any points of tension. Maybe numbness, maybe nothing. Notice what nothingness feels like. Return your attention to the bottom of your feet. Notice that pressure on the ground. Thoughts will start popping up. Maybe they already have. So just notice, I'm having the thought that. Or maybe it's a judgment. Maybe you can label it. That's a judgment. That's a fear. That's annoyance. Maybe you notice emotions, where you notice those feelings in your body. And again, notice the pressure on the bottom of your feet. So that's it, my friends. This practice can take 30 seconds. And that would actually be the best way of practicing it, especially when you're just getting started. Just do a quick check. So just notice the pressure on the bottom of your feet. Notice what's happening in your body. Notice your breath. Notice the thoughts, feelings, and then just go on with your day. So that's the whole practice. It's just noticing what's showing up. You're just taking stock. You're developing a bit more insight into how your thoughts and feelings, different sensations show up in your body, which sets you up to recognize what's happening for you, and to be able to deal with those reactions more flexibly. Now, to be able to do that work, check out the other videos I've got. Specifically, check out the Mental Health Essentials playlist. This probably will become the first episode in that playlist, so just leave it play and it'll move on to the next stuff. So hopefully, in the videos ahead, you will find more insight into what's showing up for you and how to deal with those feelings differently and hopefully more effectively. As always, if you find value in this content, please feel free to like and subscribe. That supports my work here on the channel. I also try to respond to comments as much as I can. So if you just want to weigh in and just give me some feedback about what's helpful, what's not, I'm hoping this video is a bit more helpful than that very first episode. And like I say, check out the Tiny Habits video as well. So it'll play nicely with this about how to integrate this into a daily practice, in which case you hopefully develop an improved quality of life. In the meantime, we'll see you again next time, friends. You take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.